Money are evil. Rich people are greedy. Money do not buy happiness. I'm sure you heard these words a lot, and sometimes, I hope that you're not one of them, but sometimes you even believed in this. And this is the problem. I'll tell you later today how these statements completely and directly impact your health. So if you want to know how these, I'll say, stupid statements that have no basis in reality, how they impact your life and your health, and you will see if this is something you want to address and change. So let's take one of them at a time. So step number one, money are evil. Why money would be evil? Let's imagine somebody takes the money and builds a hospital. How is that evil? If we're talking about saving lives, I'm not saying selling medications, drugs, and just keeping people crippled. But if we're building a hospital to help people to become healthier, to fight the disease, to get new children born in the hospital, so that's a good thing. Somebody puts the money in, build a church. People believe in different religions. I'm not saying church pertaining to one specific religion. Any religion. You build a place of worship. What is bad about this? Nothing, absolutely nothing. So the first statement is absolutely false. Money are not evil. Money is just a tool, and whoever gets them in their hands will decide if it's going to produce something good or it's going to produce something bad. But money by themselves are neutral. They are in your pocket, and you decide, are you going to buy an ice cream, an alcohol, a gun, or maybe a flowers to your wife? By the way, for those who don't buy flowers to your wives regularly, do it today. At least once a week, twice a week, you have to buy flowers so your wives are happy. Just side note. Anyways, let's move on. So one, we understand now, hopefully, that money are not evil. Money are neutral, and what you do with money or what other people do with money will determine if they really make sense and they actually do some good for our life, for our community, for our families. Second one, rich people are greedy. I love this a lot. I hear it all the time. But let's face it, we live in America. This is the country that when I came here 21 years ago, I was told this is concrete jungle, when you will see only concrete streets, a lot of highways, and no greens. I came to this country and I was shocked. Parks on every corner. We have theaters, museums, zoos, a lot of things that paid by the rich people. And yes, they get tax breaks, which is normal. If you do something, you should get something in return. This is true for everything and everybody. But we would not have any of that if the rich people were greedy, because they would not put money in the beautiful parks, in the beautiful museums and theaters and zoos, and our children, maybe because we have limited resources, I don't know, would not be able to enjoy those things. That would be all private, and you had to pay crazy money to get there. If at all, you would be allowed to enter. But no, the rich people do invest money into all this beautiful infrastructure to make our lives, your and mine, better. And you cannot say they are greedy. Yes, their job and their intention is to build businesses, to create incomes, to produce value, but that's the purpose of any kind of business. And we cannot say that because they're making money, they're bad. Now, the problem is if you are not making any money, it's you who is not doing the things that you need to be doing in order to get money in your pocket, in your life, and to use the money wisely. Again, I see a lot of people who buy, I'm sorry for saying this, but they buying junk. They go to a store, instead of buying normal food, I see they coming out from there with chips, cookies, energy drinks, alcohol, all those things that are destroying them, and they complaining, oh, we don't have money for healthy lifestyle. Really? Think about it again. You're wasting money that greedy people, meaning you saying greedy people, I'm not saying that. Rich people use them wisely. They use money for exercise, for education, for physical activities, for sports, for things that will prolong their life. That's why they look better. That's why they're more energized. That's why they are prettier. Let's be honest, they are. And again, there is nothing wrong with that. Why? Because they're making the right decisions and they using money which are neutral in a constructive way. And the third thing that I hear a lot, money do not buy happiness. Let's look at this. Imagine a child walking down the street and seeing an ice cream truck. Guess what child does? Mommy, Daddy, I want ice cream. If you say no, you will see very unhappy face on your child with very unhappy face. But in a second, if you get yes and you give them that ice cream, the smile is up to their ears and they are happy. And you're saying they're not buying happiness? Now, I'm not saying ice cream is healthy. I'm just giving you an example that is relatable to everybody. I'll give you another example. A young family just got married, husband, wife, maybe they're waiting for children, maybe not yet. They're buying their first home. Or even, let's forget about home. Home is expensive. First car. And they get into their first car. It may be used, maybe new, and they are happy. So you saying money don't buy happiness? Think again. And I can give you many, many more examples about it, but I think that's enough. You understand that money buy happiness. Money are not evil. Rich people are not greedy. They just do the right things with the right tool. Money is the tool. What you do with them, it's your choice, and that your choices will determine if it's going to be productive or destructive. Now, I mentioned that these statements somehow related with your health, and I'm hoping that you're still here to listen and hear what I meant. So let's start. What is our health? Our health is a condition when we wake up in the morning full of energy, we have no pains, we're ready to act, we don't need a cup of coffee to wake up and some kind of boost and whatnot. We're just ready because we had a very good night of sleep. We have a good mood because we know that the upcoming day is waiting for us and we're going to do something great about it. So that's the state of health. Now let's look at those statements that I mentioned in the beginning. Money are evil. If you think so, then you're afraid, or you worse of hate money. If you're afraid of or you hate money, the money will never come to you, or they will come to you with a lot of stress and a lot of effort, because you don't want them, so money don't want you back. It's a circle. It's a relationship. Money and your wish. You don't want money, they don't come to you. So let's continue this logic. You don't want money, they don't want you, but you need them because you need to pay your bills, you have to pay for your food, you need to probably buy a car to transport to and from work and stuff like that. So you need money, you don't have them. What's happening? You're becoming angry, you're becoming stressed. Your body, when you get stressed, gets more acidity. Acidity is not healthy for you. So guess what? The more stressed you are, the more acidated your body is and the more unhealthy it is. But that's not it. You become tense. Your muscles, your nerves, everything gets tense in your body, and this produces even more stress. On top of the stress, just emotional, you have physical stress in your body. And guess what? Because you live with this constantly, it's ongoing stress. Now let me step back for a second and talk about stress a little bit. Stress actually helpful for our body. Fear is actually good for us because fear makes us be safe. We are afraid of being hit with a car, so we come in on the side of the roadway and we look left, we look right to make sure that car is not coming. Fear saves our lives. Same thing with the stress. Stress is healthy because it helps us to mobilize our powers, our energy inside. But long-term stress is what's dangerous. And if you hate money, if you're always stressed about them, you are constantly stressed out. And that causes you to get eventually to this point of depression and all the other mental disease that you may develop with time. So think about it. You don't want to hate money. If you want to have them, you need to at least be neutral to them. But ideally, you need to love them. And that comes to the rich people greedy. Again, they're not greedy because they just need those papers or the signs or the amount in the bank account. They use the money because they take them and then reinvest them to produce more goods, to produce more services, to produce more jobs, to produce more parks and theaters and zoos and whatever. So again, think about what you have in your mind, and your relationship with money, funny enough, is related to how you feel physically, to your health. Now, if you're greedy, you will not put money into your physical activities. You will not put money into supplementation. You would not put money into organic foods, and you will not definitely spend time cooking the stuff properly. You will be buying fast food, you will be buying quick cooking things, and all those things are not natural. And anything that is not natural is not good for our body. It's called organic. Our body is organic. Anything that's not organic cannot be digested by our system. Our system cannot digest it. It has no value, and we are putting in our in ourselves empty things, empty carbs, empty calories that produce no good benefits for us. So money and health related. Now let me get you to the last one. Money don't buy happiness. Let me give you one, or actually a few examples. Example number one: you are walking down the street from your job, and you had very difficult, long day, and you have a headache. And you stop by a pharmacy. Again, I'm not saying this is the best way to do it, but let's say it's easy for you to understand. You stop by a pharmacy and you buy aspirin or Tylenol. You will take it, and the pain goes away. Don't you think that, even though again it's the wrong way to fix the pain, but you bought it with money, you get rid of the pain, aren't you becoming happier? I'll give you a different example. Again, young couple, now they're pregnant, now the wife has to have a baby, and she needs medical attention. If you don't have money, she's not going to get medical attention. Again, in the US we have insurance and we have things that can help, but it's still money. Maybe not your money, they're not coming from your pocket, but they are still money somebody else has to pay. Now the other thing that comes to my mind now, I didn't plan to speak about it, but if somebody else pays for you, don't you think you owe that people? Don't you think that begging is not the way to live the life? At least adult, mature life? I think so. Each thing we get in life, we have to pay for. And it doesn't matter what we're talking about. You want to have a pleasure of spending time with your friends and family, you don't have to pay money, but you have to give them good energy back. If you have very poor manners, if you are a very angry person, guess what? Nobody wants to spend time with you, so the exchange is not going to happen. You want to spend time with people who don't want to spend time with you. Why? Because you are a nasty person. And again, if you like to be a nasty person, you want to be alone, you're paying for being alone with being nasty. Again, if you would be a nice person, people will want to be with you. So there is always exchange. And it may be money, it may be something else, but the bottom line is, for everything in life, we have to pay. Now, a couple things we get for free. And that's why we're actually wasting them like crazy. We get for free our life. You and I, we didn't pay to get on this planet. Our parents, yes, they did, but you and I, we didn't. Time. We came to this planet Earth and we were given time, 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, for as long as our body lasts. We didn't pay for it. But that's why when it comes to health, nobody cares about it until something happens. Or I hope more people will do what we do right now, actually think and start caring about their health while they have it, to make sure that it continues to stay with you for many, many years to come. Now, time. We use time like it's never ended. We sleep late, we go to work that we don't like, after work we go to a bar to drink and watch some sports or a series, and at home with beer and chips or whatever, and we wasting that time. And when I come to people saying, listen, I have this opportunity to become healthier, to be more productive, to contribute to community, to make changes in other people's lives that actually will extend and make their quality of life better, I'm told, Roman, I'm too busy. Wait a second, you have 9 to 5 job and you have nothing else. You have no kids, you have no hobbies, you are too busy. How is that even possible? So, let's go back to where we started with money. Your relationship with money will determine how you feel, how you look, how you live, how long you live, and what quality of life you have. And if you have that relationship that I mentioned in the very beginning, money are evil, rich people are greedy, money don't buy happiness, then guess what? Those statements will be true for you, and they will keep you in the tracks that you have right now. But if you start changing your relationship with money, with rich people, with happiness, because you can be happy even if you don't have much. You will be happy within the parameters of what you have. But it doesn't mean, remember my last week, you don't have to be satisfied. If you're happy with what you have in pursuit of what you want, you can be still satisfied later on if you set new goals and continue to achieve them. And all of this, unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, is related. We live in a universe that everything is interrelated. And that's why I call you guys and girls to think about what we just discussed and start looking at how you think about money, how you think about rich people, how you think about you in the great scheme of things, and how you relate to others and make your own choices. I'm here to help. I've been doing this for 7 years, and I learned how to make healthy choices. I learned how to build this business. I have people who are willing, ready, and able to do this and share with you. People who brought me up, people who share with me every single day pieces of wisdom that helping me to become a little bit better person, a better communicator, a better husband, a better father, a better son. And I think that's what counts. If you are not getting better every day, you're declining. There is no status quo. You're either going up or you're going down. There's no middle ground. So please decide where you want to go. Do you want to age fast, get old, get sick, and become dependent and burden for somebody? Or if you want to be healthy, young, good looking, energetic, and produce more value to people, to your family, to your community. So if this is something that you are looking for, if you want to change your life, then please follow me. And tomorrow there will be a Zoom meeting at 2 p.m. New York time, where I and my friends from Europe and from different countries will share about the business stories, how our business changed people's lives, different lives, men and women, young and old, physically well and not so physically well, but all of them found something in our business opportunity, and that something changed their lives. So you will see real people. They are not actors. We don't hire anybody to promote ourselves, because we believe that it has to come from heart to heart, and you will be able to make your own decision, or at least get a little glimpse at how that can be for you and for your friends and family. So I welcome you all tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Time to join me on the Zoom. And if you're interested, please comment below this video, or just reach out to me and I'll provide you with the Zoom link. For now, thank you. Be well, stay healthy. Goodbye.